look at some standard form questions. Again, GCSE Grade C, and questions that it can be on a non-calculator and calculator paper. But personally, I find it a lot easier, even if it's a calculator paper, to work it out longhand. So, look at some of the questions. 3 times 10 to the power of 4 multiplied by 2 times 10 to the power of 2. 3 times 10 to the 4 times 2. Now, what I like to be able to do is, first of all, bring your numbers down. Multiply your two numbers together. 3 times 2 gives me 6. That's times 10 to the 4 plus 2. Now, bringing us back to our laws of indices, when we're multiplying indices, we add the two together. So, 6 times 10, 4 plus 2, 6 times 10 to the 6. That's my finished answer. Okay, let's just go dividing. Similar process. First of all, bring your numbers down. 4 divided by 2 is 2 times 10 to the 6. And this time, when we're dividing, we subtract within these C's. So the answer is 2 times 10, 6 take away 2 to the 4. Now I find that easier to work it out longhand than I do to tap it into a calculator. But if you do tap it into a calculator, make sure you do the sum at least twice. This next one, again, 15 times 3 is 45, times 10 to 2 and 4, 2 plus 4. 45 times 10 to the 6. But that's not finished, that's not in standard form. Remember, in standard form, the decimal point has to be behind the first non-zero digit. So it wants to be there. At this moment in time, that is 45. The decimal point is actually there because it's 45.000 and so on. Okay, so we don't want it there. So let's get rid of it. I want my decimal point there. So I have to move it one more place that way. If I move it one more place to the left, it means it's actually multiplying by another 10. So that'll be 4.5 times 10. I need to move it one more place that way, so I'm actually adding 1 on to that. It's going to be 4.5 times 10 to the 7. You are going to get them on your GCSE paper. Make sure that you feel confident. Simply bringing the two numbers together, multiplying them, adding your two numbers if you're multiplying, and by showing some working out, you're guaranteed to get some answers. Have a look at these for you on your own and use that same strategy that I just did myself. Okay, let's work through them. Again, first thing I need to do is bring my numbers together. Look at my numbers, it's multiply. Let's bring them together. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 10, 2 plus 5, so it's 9 times 10 to the 7. The next one. 2 and 7, it's a multiply. Bring them together. 2 times 7 equals 14, times 10, 9 plus 2, 14 times 10 to the 11. Is that finished? Well, it's not finished because it's not in standard form. And what you want to be careful of, if you're doing a multi-choice paper, that will be one of your answers. But be confident, that's not in standard form yet. The decimal point, remember, has to be there. So I need to move it one more place. So it's 1.4 times 10 to the 12. So when you have a two-digit number, that's not 0 obviously, then we need to move it one more place that way. This last one, 6 times 3, 18, times 10, 2 plus 4, so it's 18 times 10 to the 6. Again, it's not in standard form. Move it one more place, 1.8 times 10 to the 7. Now I've shown each process. Examiner knows that I know what I'm doing, So if you made an error right down here, you might get some marks for your working out. Have a go yourself. Let's work through them. It's a divide, but still let's bring our numbers together. 18 divided by 6 is 3, times 10 to the 5, take away 2, equals 3 times 10 to the 3. And that's my answer. The next one, throwing this into extend a little bit. Divide again, 15 divided by 5 is 3, times 10, minus 3, minus the minus 6. What's this going to give us here? That's going to give us an addition. When the signs are the same, the answer will be positive. So I'm going to have 3 times 10 minus 3 plus 6, which is going to give me 3 times 10 minus 6, add on 3, is it going to get warmer or colder? It's going to go warmer, the temperature is going to rise, so it's going to be 3 times 10 to the power of 3. If you're sure you're working out, the examiner again is going to know that you know what you're doing, and if it's a 2-mark question, which this one probably will be, if you fall down at this area here, then you're going to get some marks for your process.